Yeah. We're recapping the Sma on Ration Hay. Sin and text. In the court case, no. They testified that he owes the money, so then he gave the money.
As opposed to if you're arguing about money that was already given out, then you can't bring Eidos because the Hana is already in the carers. Because you already turned up the based in the Mercedes, so Hana is the carers. In that case, it was still the Gizbar, it was still this, because the money is being spent and Hana is in the carers.
Who paid for the Mercedes? The Gemara.
It's all just gone up by 25%, whatever it is, now it costs 25% more, right?
17%.
Sorry.
In Israel, 17% more.
Oh, no, right. He only texted us.
Oh, it's couples one thing.
It's a tumbler.
Okay. So that was the Ritva. The Ritva says that this Gizba's brother is allowed to testify. Right? He's allowed to testify that must donate to the $1 million.
Didn't donate. Promised. Pledged. Once he donated it.
He pledged $1 million.
Once he donated it, it's already Hanani Karas.
Right. We had a case in our shul that a guy.
Because that's Hanani Karas. He's already given the money. He's already spent the money. He's given that's Hanani Karas. Should have got the Mercedes. Hanani Karas. We must be talking about a pledge here.
Yep.
No.
So when it says Tovat Hana, it's the Hana
Yeah, he gave and he gave the money to his niece.
Yeah. How much would you pay to be able to give one of your family members $1 million? You pay money for that schus, right? That's worth money. So that's the machlekes. Is that called money or not money?
Well, we know that it's interesting because it's close to the same case. I don't know if it's the same case. You have a family heirloom. That means great deal to the emotional.
Yeah.
And it's stolen or broken by someone. The value of it in terms of the Hana you have from it is not what the based in necessity.
Right.
Only the monetary value.
So there's emotional value to it. There's other values.
So
right.
Hana,
So we're going to see, for example, the whole din of Leiva Rosh of Shalem. It's not money, but it's an emotional feeling. A guy would rather pay his debts. Doesn't want to be considered a scoundrel. Okay, so keep going in the Sma. Says the Sma. First wide line in the Sma. The Gizbar himself has a no Meidus. Since the Gizbar could give the money to whoever he wants. The Tavis and a Mikri Mammon, if you must Pasku Rach Ramban, and the Rach and the Ramban Paskin, the Tavis and is Mammon. That's what money.
Yep.
That's money. Therefore, the Gizba himself is Pasala Edus, and therefore his brother is also Pasala Edus. Comes along the Shachas as a big Chiddush, even though Tavis knows Mammon. And you can't believe the Gizbar. However, Afapichein, the money is hektish. Musk loses, just the daughter doesn't get the money. Why? Big Chiddush. She'ein hektish was het gezegd. Waarom is she'ein eid nemen legabi archiv shu yechalek lefi shurtzainai? Shimon is not believed to say that Reuben give the money to whoever he wants. He is believed that this guy donated $1 million. However, Reuven, his brother, doesn't get to give the money out. The Pagin and Deborah, we do a Pagin and Deborah. Sorry. Right. Macha she'idu betchila sheheklish stam. Im kain, a heklish kayim. They first said that he was makdish. But if you're going to go ahead and say now that they can add something to testimony, they can add the Reuben give it to whoever he wants, if that cancels the whole din of Heklish, we're going to say now that he's negay beidus, and there's no Heklish b'chalal. So im kain, it's kivin shikit shavin chayzer magid. You can't go ahead and add anything to the testimony that's going to be mavatal his original edus, right? So he said two things. First, he says he pledged $1 million. Then he says Reuven give it to whoever he wants. So if by adding Reuven give it to whoever he wants is going to cancel the fact that this money's hekdesh, that's cool. You can't add anything to the testimony now. I guess it's achkidei dibur. You can't add anything to the testimony now that's going to cancel.
What makes it hekdesh?
He said that it's hekdesh. He says $1 million is hekdesh, right? He says $1 million hekdesh. Now, and then he says, and Reuven's a gizba, give to whoever he wants.
What conditions does that place? What parameters?
No conditions, it's hekdesh, give it to, it's going to go to tzedakah.
Okay, that's what I'm asking.
Yeah.
If something hekdesh can only go to tzedakah.
It goes to tzedakah, go to shul, go to tzedakah, I don't know, ask your local rabbi what's considered hekdesh.
Go to me.
Yeah.
I'm Hector. My second name is Hector. Please change my name.
You change his name to hekdesh, now you give it to him.
Listen, business is business.
I like it. No bad one.
His name is Dweer. Oh, how about Dweer?
What?
Dweer.
Okay, so, okay, Adkar Devi Shach. Fine. Take a look at Adkar Devi Asma. Take a look in the Shach. Says the Shemach, says the Shach, second line. Ba'afa Pisha Gizbor, Leman Doma. Ba'emes, B'tshuva Sarash, Ba'aritva, sorry, Leisa de Leman Doma, Teva Sana, Eine Mom, Kashalayit. We're in the Shach, second line. Really, the Ritva doesn't hold that if you hold Teva Sana, Eine Mom, he can testify. Ela Kosav Zelashainai. Aber yesh lebal din lach like v'leimar, the nihide negis edus ein kan, edus kurva yesh kan.
Run into that thing.
He's not negaya, because Tevis and I in a moment, but he's a karet. If he sheyesh behegdush, if he edus zu, are not gedayla. He's got this massive $1 million benefit. Lari, Apostle Rach Ramban, the Tevis and Mammon. And they all Tevis and Mammon. Ubekan, Yeshlai no la'achiv, he's got this massive benefit. La'achiv l'chalak hekdesh mishitza. This brother could go ahead and give the money to whoever he wants. He can even give the money to his own children. Is the Gizbel have to give the money to himself?
No.
Gizbel can't give the money to himself if he's nani? He could definitely give the money to his children. So he's got this massive benefit. Ad kamashayim. So what he's saying is, Lefi the Ritva, the brother cannot testify because Tevis Nas Mammon, and he can give it to whoever he wants. He can give it to his kids. So he's saying is the chilek is whether you hold Tevis Nas Mammon or Tevis Nas Mammon. That's the whole nafkamina. If you hold Tevis Nas Mammon, to being able to give the money to your kids, that's got financial benefit, financial value. So then the Gizba himself is Pasiladus, it's Mammon. You give it to anyone.
Can you mechanish a woman with Tevis and all?
So that's machlaikas. If it's Mammon, yeah. If it's not Mammon, then no. That's the whole shiloh. We'll see.
So,
Very good point.
yes, is elimination of financial, financial
Thank you.
Debt.
debt considered to be mammon. For instance, if he gives the money,
Mavrir Chari.
if you give his money to his daughter, who has a child she's sending to Frisch in Paramus, you know.
It's a very hypothetical question.
Yeah, so that they don't have to pay. She wouldn't have to shell out for the tuition out of her pocket. Is that considered mammon or not?
What's fresh?
Well, that for sure is. But if you would pay Frisch directly and then she doesn't have a debt to Frisch, that's what you're asking.
Well, that was the whole scandal in Brooklyn a couple of years ago.
But that's what you're asking.
Yeah, people were donating to the school for some other kid, and they would donate for that kid, and claim
For each
it on
other.
the taxes.
Everybody
So
knows
what are you
that.
gonna do? What's wrong with that?
That's how standard money laundering goes. It's like, this is what everyone does.
That's how people pay schools. I don't.
Most schools live on
This is why there's so many.
That's why tuition's so high.
Yeah. That's why the Democrats. That's why the Chassidim and Bar Bogle voted for the Democrats.
My son is a fellow at SAR, after graduating college. And so a Rebbe was telling him, his Rebbe is in his 30s. He's making over $100,000 a year. His wife teaches at one of the seminary, girls' high schools. She's making over $100,000. And they need help from their parents to be able to live in Bergenfield and pay for the yeshiva education.
I don't want to go off topic, but I'll just say a quick vote that a lot of the Fruma in Borough Park, they voted for the Democrats because they got them all out of prison for money laundering and for all these sort of things. So it was all tick for tat, and they got a lot of people out of prison for all this sort of thing, and they let go a lot of cases. There's a recording from Richard Miller in 1980, I think it's like 4 or something. And he says, you guys are voting for the Democrats, you're getting money for your schools, you're getting money for, for all the benefits they're giving you. I'm telling you right now, 50 years from now, you're going to laugh at me, think I'm crazy. You can listen to the recording. In 50 years from now, there's going to be a big showdown between the communists and the Republicans. And if you don't vote for the Republicans, you're not going to be able to live in America, and your kids won't be able to live here. And all the schools is all worthless.
That's amazing.
Wow.
And he's like, you think I'm crazy, the communists. There's going to be communists. There's going to be a big showdown.
I'm not a fan, but that's amazing.
Do this 50 years ago. That was realistic.
And then what was crazy was he said you have to vote for Donald Trump. And that's how it ended.
Talking about Huckabee. Huckabee.
Yeah. Crazy recording.
Trump campaign speech.
It's crazy, crazy Ruach Chodesh. I don't know if it's Ruach Chodesh or just tremendous Chachma. Just tremendous Chachma.
No.
He says, you're going to think I'm crazy. This is during Reagan, and basically communism was just crushed, right? And he's like, you think I'm crazy. You look at me like, he says, I've never heard him saying this, you think I'm crazy. You're going to think I'm absolutely crazy. 50 years from now, it turns out it's like next election, I think. You make the cheshbon.
That's amazing. And I'm not a fan.
I'll send you the recording. You shouldn't believe me. It's too wild to believe. You think I'm crazy. 50 years from now. See, I spoke to the big Rabban of Chacham. I asked them, like, in a year's time, they think what's going to happen. Most of them, they're like, a year from now? How can I know it's going to be in a year from now, in a week from now? Here he is predicting in 50 years what's going to be. That means not in 30, not in 40. In 50 years it's going to take. There'll be a showdown with the communists and Republicans in America.
Well, okay, he's not exactly communist, but okay.
When did you
It's
say
going to
that?
happen. 1980 something. Reagan was the president. You hear the tape.
So now's the 50 years.
Huh?
50 years.
Yeah, I mean, I reckon it's coming up. It's around now. So says the Shach.
You mentioned it's because of AI.
ובכאן יש להנה לאחר, זה פסקו רך ורמב"ן דתיבס המאמן. וכאן יש להנה לאחר לחלק ההקדש משייזה ואפילו לבן ולזה סמיכה לשכונה אקל לשיינה. ולא מדרב לזה, דלמן דאמה, says the Shach, תיבס אין המאמן, יכול להיית. If you hold תיבס אין המאמן, then he's allowed to testify. אבל נראה למה. Says, this is another Shach saying, אבל נראה למה, the Kushta, the Milsaka Omar, he was saying, if he the MS, if he destroyed Lalacha Tevasana Moment. Since he held the Tevasana's Mama, therefore he can't testify. Kumashkos Lakama Simon Shinnud, Bishmai. The Lame Staba, Lame, the Lamanda, Tevasana, Eine Mama, and Yachalahayit. Because it's not Mistavra that if you hold Tevasana Eine Mama, you are allowed to testify. The Ritva was just saying, Allah Maisa, because Tevasana is Mama. He wasn't saying, but if Tevasana is Eine Mammon, then you can't testify. Really, even if Tevasana is Eine Mammon, you still can't testify. I can like Tevasana Eine Mammon. What does it mean, Tevasana Eine Mammon? This is your kasha. What does it mean, Tevasana Eine Mammon? The Ad can lie, I mean, Tevasana Eine Mammon, and in Tashlum Kefel, Kedusha Yisha, Veshvua, Chai Gavna. What does it mean, Tevasana Eine Mammon? It means if you Makadosh Yisha with Tevasana, that she's Eina Mukadesh, she's filled Eina Mammon, that's not called you gave a Mammon. If you tell a woman, right, I'm going to give you $1 million to give to Tzedakah. Now she has Tavis enough from it, and she's Miskadeshes with the fact that she can give the money to Tzedakah.
Perilously close to the case of being Mekadesh and Isha by the fact that I'm a Talmud Chacham. She gets Hana from that.
Yep, she says Hana, but that Hana is not considered Mammon in this case. But the halacha is, if you hold Eina Mammon, that's not called Mammon to be Mekadesh Isha. That's what he's saying. If you hold it's Mammon, then that's called you can be Mekadesh with that Mammon.
But you can't. What do people say it's Eino Mammon? How do they go with the halacha that that's?
You could be Mekadesh, you could be Mekadesh with the Ruchkai Lefanai. There's a financial benefit. If she says, I want you to
recommend you to the king, to the Moshe.
yeah, that's all worth money. If you don't do a dance in front of her, that's worth money, right? Question is yeah. But if you hold the Tevas Son's Eina Mammon, it's a Tevas Son's the guy who's your shkoyach. The guy say, shkoyach, he gave you $1 million, thank you. Most people won't even say thank you, by the way, right? You give them money, they don't even say thank you, right? But so I guess that's a machlokes. That's a machlokes. Eina Mammon and Mammon is, do people have a car stove or not? That's a shaila.
Oh, so even a shaila?
maybe that's the shaila over here.
There are people who say thank you. There are. Don't know them. There are.
Even if they say thank you, what they really mean is please give again.
I think it's batal b'shishin. That's what it's saying.
When they say thank you, when they say thank you, they mean keep it coming.
That's what
Thank
he
you.
said.
Keep it coming. Shkoyach, keep it coming. Thank you. They know if you don't say thank you, they're not going to give again.
Donor relations.
I'll tell you, Ma'aser Shaykachayu with me, just to tell you how much little car state people have. I once gave, I was driving to, I was teaching in yeshiva in Yerushalayim, in Talpiot, and the roads in those days were really bad from Rabbi Chamesh. And it used to take like an hour to drive to Talpiot, but if you take a bus, it'll take you 3 hours. And this guy had a job in Talpiot. So I used to drive him every day to Talpiot, right? Saved him maybe 2 hours a day for, I don't know, been on for years. Definitely a couple of years, right?
Years.
I saved him thousands of hours and probably tens of thousands of shekels of bus rides for sure, right? One time he was standing in front of me in the supermarket with a trolley full of stuff, and I came with like 5 things, and I'm like, and you usually say thank you after, I dropped off, thank you. I said, do you mind if I go in front of you? He's like, I'm in a big rush, I'm really sorry. This is a guy who saved thousands and thousands of hours, tens of thousands of shekels for sure. He wasn't asking, he had a huge trolley, he wasn't asking to go in front with like 5 items. The guy should be plotting, waiting, like when can I do Chaim Kom with the Taiva? Where can I give this guy, where can I do this guy Taiva back? Yeah, this is what I'm here for, Habibi. This is therapy. Can you imagine the guy? And this is a very chashuv Talmud Chacham, by the way. This is not like a Namar. This is a chashuv guy, machmer on like much more than anyone else I've ever seen. Massive Talmud Chacham, huge machmer.
A bit of Torah if he'll let you in front.
Yeah.
Obviously.
Why is he hating so
Then I
much?
realize is that just because the guy says thank you, what he really means is, please keep giving. That's all he means. He doesn't mean thank you.
Why is he hating so much? I've never done him a favor.
Exactly. Says just a funny story to get off my chest. Now I could just say 300 shekels on my next therapy session. Says the Shach. I owe you all a bigger price today. It was worth paying for the ragach today. Says the Shach. Okay, so what he's saying is that even if you hold Teufels on Eina Mammon, that just means it's Eina Mammon to be Mekadesh Isha with, right? Or to pay kefil, or Shvua. I'm not sure what he means by Shvua, but we get the picture. You have to give actual cash. Is the gizbe in the geb edus? Like being in the gisha mammon, you don't need the gisha mammon. The aid doesn't have to make financially $100. The negisha shum hana nami puzzle. Any benefit you get, you puzzle edus. Da chayshin shemeid lamid b'fnei b'chayvai. This guy's going to lie in order that he might be. We saw yesterday. Is going to lie about the field because he wants the bank to be able to collect the debt on the field. He doesn't want to be a Balchayv. He doesn't want to be a Leiva Rosh of Shalim. So Chayshish is going to lie in order to pay back his debt. Even though that's not Mammon. Avagav Delay say no Mammon, he has the financial benefit for that. Rag Delay Lekri, Inshi, Leiva Rosh of Shalim. He just doesn't want people walking around saying, you see that guy, you borrowed $1 million, never paid it back, right? I mean, there is quite a benefit because he could take another loan, maybe. He's kind of killing his credit rating, but I guess that's not called mammon. That's like monitoring. Okay. It could be. He wants the loiva to get it, as opposed to the second guy wants using the other governor. That's also called a nos. He's not named to testify if we're worried he's going to lie, so that the ani make money. I'm not sure where it says that. We'll get there maybe. I don't remember off the top of my head. Let's take a look at Chaf once we're here. It says in Simon Chaf.
In the
Take a look. Yeah, I think so. Guy says, give $100 to the anim in my town. Ain't done it b'dainei oisa ir. V'emivim rai mancha oisa ir. ודברים שהעניים סמוכים עליהם, פסק עליהם סטוקה, אפילו המשתיים היו אנו ניתן לדבר הקוסם עלינו, ונועד אין שהם אליהם, שענו להם שיסשו עניים, האלו. So if this guy, he's supporting the town, he's the guy that feeds the town, so then he's not named to say that these people have money, that they're winning in a din Torah, because they're no longer going to snore from him, right? In other words, if the Kupish Stocker, I think this is what he's saying, if the Kupish Stocker gives every month money to Reuven, so then the Kupish Stocker can't testify that Reuven is owed money from Shimon. Why? Because then if Reuven makes the money, they're not going to have to support him anymore, right? Okay, let's go back. So because that's called, even though that's not moment for them, they don't have to support this guy. Kupish is not mechuyev to pay this guy's bills every month. They do, right? They do. So now they're nogei b'dava to make this guy a usher. They're not nemer now to say that the guy they give money to is owed money, because now they don't have to support him anymore.
It's not their money they're supporting him with.
Exactly, but it's a hana. It's not mammon, but it's a tovas hana. It's like we don't have to worry about.
It's a tovas hana to give the money, and it's also tovas hana to not give the money.
It's only a tovas hana to give a nosher money. It's not tovas hana to give a nani money. There's nothing you can do for you. He's only. But you give to give it.
Not to give your niece money.
Yeah.
To give a stomach guy money.
Yeah. So to get this guy off his chest,
okay.
If the Gvir in town, he's paying the bills for everyone in town, right? If all of a sudden he testifies that all the oil under the ground belongs to them, now he's free. He doesn't have to pay anyone's bills anymore. He doesn't have to worry about them anymore. They're good. Okay. Back to the Shach. Stam, the detour. V'oid. We're in the third line in the Shach, back on Rishon and Hay. Daril inye eidus kosva Rambam v'atov v'shulchan aruch l'kam Simcha Chaf Aleph tafilu dova goyrim l'dova acher, even testifying about something which is going to be goyrim something else. Im yesh tzad hana b'eidus, if there's any tzad, any way, this guy's going to have hana. Afilu b'derech ha'chaykev v'nifla, even in some roundabout, distant, off the beaten track way, this guy's going to have a benefit from it. Lo yoid, he can't testify. So you're not allowed to testify if there's any roundabout way that you're going to happen to make any hana from it, says the Rambam. That's his Lashon. That's called Yinegeh B'dava.
Okay, so question. Now, we know that there are certain that corrode and they can't testify for need. But you can have extended family relationship where you're not considered a karov.
Yeah.
However, if in that testimony then, therefore, that it doesn't cause dissension in the family, that's hana.
Yeah, but no one cares about the second cousin. You can't testify for your cousin because you'll testify. That's why you're possible for your cousin, but you're not possible for your second cousin. I know my second cousin's Abichal. I don't care if they think I'm an idiot. That's how it works, you know.
They told me you are.
Right.
Okay.
In the Sif Chaf Aleph, you'll talk about that. Shulchan Aruch will talk about that.
Oh yeah.
So Achrais is a dayonim to be
Melabav.
melaben the dayonim.
To see if there's the distant relatives.
The unseen.
Okay. So keep going in the Shach. So what's he saying? He's saying that any distant hana, you postulatus, and therefore, says the Shach, the Gizbar over here, even though Toivas are not Ein Mammon, thank you very much, Ein Mammon, but he's benefiting big time, Posel Le'edus. V'im ken koshkein hacha, sheish lochu shemei kedei shiyeh la Gizbar, Toivas na l'chalak imishiyirtze, if you know he's going to give the money to his niece, The bezen near afilu tema toivis na eine moment. Aflin in edus. Hij de dake shichalkach gelesharnium. Shiitz as shein krivim. Aber krivov shit the neke. Avada this the gizbus nege bedova. Fishesh bedova.
Is that Yerusha?
No, he's saying,
No, the fishesh beda gizbus chakal krivov.
Mamish.
Yeah, but is that what's the
He's saying
giving
even though
to Karen or a
it's
friend?
not mammon, the gizmo will give $100,000 to be able to give his children $1 million, right?
No, continue to
That's
the
what
end.
he's saying.
Continue to the end.
V'lo yishach chaloi matayvas hana. 1 second. V'shesh biyad the gizmo l'chakal l'krayva. If he give the money to his krayvim, v'lo yishach kan loi matayvas hana. Ela hana shel mammon mamish l'krayvav. Okay, nearly. It's not tayvas hana. It's hana. It's not even tayvas hana. It's more than tayvas hana. Tayvas hana is when you give a random guy money, he gives you a shkaya. Here's your shkaya. But this guy, you pay me. He paid. He's about to go fundraising to buy his kids an apartment in Shari Chesed. He has to raise $1 million. Now he gives it free of charge. He doesn't have to fundraise. He just saved himself $100,000. Right? He was about to give his life savings to buy his kids an apartment. Now he doesn't have to do it. He gives them this money from the.
Also, there's a Yerusha issue over here.
Why? What's a Yerusha issue?
Because
He could be Irish.
He could be Irish. So he's mamish. If that's definitely not there for chaykav, and if
Have you got an apartment in Shari Chesed? I have.
Me?
Yeah.
You don't buy Shari Chesed?
buildings,
Where's Shari
buildings.
Chesed?
Next Gilgal.
Next Shulshul, yeah. It's talking about Matzah next Shulshul.
Where's Shari Chesed?
In Jerusalem, downtown.
Downtown.
It's just an expensive neighborhood in Yerushalayim, that's all.
Where the Rosh Hashivas live, you know, the people.
All the Rosh Kollel.
All the time in the Chachamim.
I lived there.
What?
I used to live there.
Oh, you
I
see,
sold it
now
before
we
I came
know.
here.
Then he moved up in the world.
Yeah.
There you go. Okay, says the Ktseis Acheshin. Tevis Hana. Ein Shach Shehissig al Zeh
I'm sorry,
Behela.
where-
Bottom of the page. Ein Shach Shehissig al Zeh Behela. Dat kan leien in Tevis Hana in Moment. We just saw the Shach. The Tevis Hana in the Moment means Lagabe Bimukadash Isha. V'chulei. Aval in the Negis Eidos, like in the Negis Mammon, you don't need a Negis of Mammon. Afilu Shishum Hana Nami Pasal. Any type of benefit, you Pasal. You don't need Tevis Hana Mammon to be Pasal Eidos. Doch Hashin Shemeid Lamid B'fnei B'chayvai. We even Chayshish this guy's going to lie in order that the field can go to his creditor. Havagav B'leisanas Mammon, even though he doesn't benefit if they use his field to pay back the bank. Okay, that's the Shach. He's not making anything up. We're good. That's not a shver b'chal, says the Ktseis. The Fimasha Hele B'tshuvas Marid Chelik Tof Mem Simen Pei the V'ina Nana Maman Davka says the Marid you need anas Maman Davka to be Nageh Beidus. So it seems like we've got a machlaikas. You need anas Maman or you don't? Shach says you don't need an As Mammon. Marit says you need an As Mammon.
Who is the Marit?
Late Rishon.
What's your training?
Yeah. Mashkos of a Rambam, afilu b'der chayka v'nifla. What does Rambam mean when he says even der chayka v'nifla you pass like this? Hainu name an As Mammon davka. That means an As Mammon also. Any an As Mammon, even b'der chayka, you benefit. Mari ben Leiv rotzelechiach. The Leibin Adas Mama and Maha to have a Nagea, the Leilavi Rasha, right? The Docha Marit, the Marit says that's not a Raya. The Meshumachi have a Nagea, Meshum the Chopam Shavali Dovazay, it's Tarach Lahitim Epiv, little Bailim. If he doesn't pay back the bank, anytime he makes $100, he's going to have to give the cash to the bank. He's broke now, so he's not paying back the debt, right? So this guy's broke. He had a field. He owes the bank $100,000. Now, if the field, he can use the field, he testifies it's his field, now they pay back the bank, then he's a free man. But if they don't use the field to pay back the bank,
He's got to pay back.
then every time he lands a deal, he thinks to himself, I'm going to have to pay back the bank, I'm going to have to give them back installments. I'm going to have to give the bank 100,000, 10,000 every time I make any money. So he's got a massive negira here. He'd rather pay back so he doesn't have to pay them cash. Otherwise, anytime he lands on some cash, he's mechuyev to pay them back. He gets a job, makes some money. His boss is going to say, wait a minute, I won't give you the money. I'll just give it, I'll do, what's it called? Shabbat Rabanasan. I'll pay back the bank.
I'll put a lien on your wages.
Yeah. So, v'docha marit, m'shem hachin, having a game, m'shem dechol pam shovel yodeg dovel zeh, yistach loitzim epiv, he's going to have to take it out of his mouth, v'litin l'baylim, v'lelav rosh of le'ishalim. He shouldn't be a rosh of le'ishalim. V'lahachi choshev gan kan anaz mammon. So that's also called, says the marit, anaz mammon. That's called anaz mammon.
His question is, his niece, his great niece, his third cousin, his fourth cousin, is that called Hanav?
Is that called anaz mammon?
Yeah. How far do we stretch it?
Wait, so hold on.
Let's see if when we get there.
Okay. So, v'ayin sham shevi rai lezeh, mehod aviyah chosam aviyah kalamidin zeh lezeh. Mechutarim are allowed to testify, right?
We don't.
Zeh lezeh. Af agav de'en lecha mikrav v'daite God. Even though they're not big friends.
No, you got it wrong.
What?
Even though they are potentially friends. They are potentially.
Okay. What does this mean? The Kroiver Nirtzach Reuven killed Shimon. Shimon's family members are allowed to testify, right? Even though if they testify that Reuven killed Shimon, now they can go ahead and kill him. Then they get, right? That's not called Negiz Mammon, but they've got Negiz for revenge. They want to kill the guy.
Well, I mean, Goel Adam only occurs when Basin hasn't acted.
Good idea.
Before
Good
Basin,
idea.
then you no longer get to be the Goel Adam. Basin executes
No,
the person.
no. The guy Reuven killed Shimon b'Shegeg, right? Basin's not going to kill him. Basin can't kill him, but Shimon's family member, they're the one that saw him throwing his axe and killing him by accident. So now Shimon's family can say, listen, we were there, we saw Reuven kill Shimon b'Shegeg. They testify. The Basin says, okay, you killed him b'Shegeg, you're a guy Adam, you can kill him now. Unless he goes to Miklat, they take him to Miklat, he runs away. But if he's out, chop his head off, kill him, take revenge, right? But that's not mominous.
Definitely not. Very moment.
So, how are they allowed to testify? How is Shimon's family allowed to testify? They're Negea, they want revenge.
Because it's not certain.
Vim can give it
It's not certain they'll be able to fulfill their revenge because.
Yeah, but still,
because the base thing said,
but they're Negea.
With the
Yeah, but they're still they're Negea. But they're Negea, they want to kill him. They want that Ishur. They want to try and kill him. They want to get the stempel from Basin saying, go ahead, kill him. They're Negea B'Dava.
Yeah, but
They're not Negea B'Dava.
is that really considered Hana?
Well, that's what you say.
That's what we say. Even though there's no big enough for them than vengeance, they want that more. They pay millions to get vengeance, right?
Vengeance is not
it's a
money.
delayed Negias but the love because as long
They can't kill him now.
they can't give as long as got these two Talmidei Chachamim accompanying to the Iran Miklat, they can't do anything.
Right.
It's in potential.
It's potential vengeance.
Suspended. If the Rotzach leaves, the
Then they can kill him. Okay. Vain sham shehir b'barayus, vim ken kim with the tevas anah. Eine mammon. Since tevas anah isn't mammon, like having a geya. The bin in the geya is mammon davka. So says the Marit, you need to give mammon davka. Just having tevas anah is not enough. But if he's after that, I feel the giz bagufa yochel ahayid, given the tevas anah. In a mammon, the sha'anah is like having a geya. Therefore, even though he's getting hana to give his kids money and all that type of thing, Tevas not in a moment, says a Ktsais, he can testify. Because of the Kroiver Nirtzach, ein Yechayel Lahayid, ala Ritzeach. The Kroiver Nirtzach can't testify. Huh? The Kroiv nicht sich ein Geil Lahid al Ritzea.
Aber Gravy Garladam.
But the Kroiv Adam Geil Lahid. So the Geil Adam can't testify. But the Kroivim of the Geil Adam
No,
can't testify.
other way, the other way.
Kroiv and Nirtzach,
Eén יכולים להעיד, על הרוצח.
right?
גואל אדם יכולים להעיד.
Hikshah.
But his Kroivim can testify.
But they're all family if they're Kroivim.
No. So in other words, like this: Reuben killed Shimon b'Shegeg. Reuben killed Shimon b'Shegeg, right?
Right.
So Shimon's brother can't testify. Ein Chol Lahid. He's a Gal Adam, but the brother's son-in-law, the Kroiv Gal Adam, he can testify.
Hikshah Malachach.
Huh?
Hektiksaz.
Viksha, ich choshev zchusei the Gal Adam. If it's a zchus for him to go ahead and kill this guy, im kenechidu akrovim. Then how can his brother testify, or how can his brother-in-law testify? V'lo choshev zchusei the Gal Adam. If it's not a zchus, im krovei nirtzach nami yayidu im kain. The brother of Shimon should also be able to testify. Either it's a zchus or it's not. Why can one? Why should only the Gal Adam, but not the Gal Adam's family, be able to testify? Because Hashem, the time of the rush, given the Loyav and Nos Mama, and since it's not a financial benefit, so it's enough just to passel the Gal Adam. You don't have to passel Gal Adam's family because it's not Mammon. In other words, if it's worth money, then we're chayshish that his family would also lie. But if it's not worth money, we're not chayshish that his family, his first cousin's going to lie to give his cousin the hanav of killing.
And there's no,
In other words, you'll lie for your cousin to make $1 million. You're not going to lie for your cousin to be able to take vengeance. If it's not mammon. If it is mammon, then you will.
what about
So that's the machlokes.
what about the Indian of sorrow for Ada simply?
The cousin of the brother of the Nirtzach.
It's not related.
He's not related. He's not related to the Nirtzach. He's a cousin. It's his brother. It's his cousin's brother.
So you should it's just using the word karov in a different sense. It doesn't mean halachically a karov.
You don't call halacha karaf.
But not enough to passel.
If Shimon gets killed b'shegeg, his brother's allowed to kill the guy, right? But the brother's father-in-law,
Can be
he
very.
doesn't care to kill this guy. He's not. He can be made. But if it's mammon, then he can't be made. The shaila is that called mammon or not?
Strangers, but there's not money.
Is the guy's father-in-law going to lie in order to so his son-in-law could take vengeance on his brother?
If he kills Bemezi, can they
Kill him.
Can they?
No, if he goes
Yeah,
made,
go
it's
with
not shy. The whole thing's out the
There's
window.
Indian of Kofer also.
Huh?
There's Indian of Kofer
What do you mean?
for the family of the Nilsaf. It's not only Irami Platz, it's also Kofer.
He's got to pay
He
kosher.
killed him with Shoigay. He's got to pay Kofer to the family of the Nilsaf.
I'm not
Right,
done.
Rabbi Gold?
Yep.
So you're saying why isn't he possible mitzad kofra? I don't know.
It's Kofer Mum. Machlik.
Wait, what's he testifying?
Is it class?
That it
He's
was,
testifying we saw Reuben kill Shimon b'shegeg.
not that it was Shoigeg, but that it was Reuben.
Yeah.
Okay.
He kills him Bemezi.
If he kills him amazing, then there's no mikla, you can't take vengeance, it's all
kill
over. Right?
Just kill him.
Can you testify then? In that
And
case?
so what if
There's no
what if he's not
vengeance.
he's not
Well,
guilty
having
from
him killed by Basin is a type
There's
of
also
the
vengeance. Yeah.
Hasra's not right
That's
or
my
something?
If there's no asra, then they can't kill him. They throw him in.
What takes care of it. If it's amazing, it's not what takes care of the Ratzah.
Yeah.
Sends a lion and kills him. Go on.
Or basically throw him in a prison, lock him up, throw away the key if he's a danger to society. They had their ways of dealing with it. They didn't just let the
Before
guy
they
roam the
allowed,
streets.
revenge.
Yeah, exactly.
Mr. Shariah said.
They used to deport them in those days to El Salvador. What's it called? The prisons in
Doing it
Guatemala. Yeah,
Guatemala.
they used to send them to Guatemala. Yeah, exactly.
My kids were in Guatemala. Rechasna.
Oh yeah,
That's what they told you.
So
the cult. They're in the cult over there. Is that where the cult is now?
They had a pure heart.
Leif Dar. That's where they are.
Oh,
Chabad is there never.
That's New York, Nicaragua, no? No, that's in
These guys are so cultured. They get all over the place. They really.
Close to it.
Vehiksha. Okay. Vimke, second line from the bottom. So this is where he wraps up. Says the Ksais. Vimke. Hu adin bezeh. Gizba. Gufei. Ein yochel lahai. The Gizba himself cannot testify. Af bisha ein ayna. Even though it's Tevas Naz ein moment, he can't testify. For Krevia Gizba, but the brother of the Gizba, Yuchayl Layid. Kimishaina Mammon, Kimishaina Naz Mammon. Chemashma Divaramash, because of Krevia Gizba, while Gizba Gufay Lay.
So we end up with a mahloket.
Except for they will end up getting the money.
So what's he saying? He's saying that the Gizba himself can't testify because even though Tevas Nain and Mammon, but still, he has his benefit. He has his Hana. But the Krevia Gizba, they're allowed to testify.
Sunday. What's happening Sunday?
Okay, Adkan, we're not going to go weiter because it's whole new sugya.
Sunday.
Anyone's going to be able to make it Sunday? Sunday,
Yes.
you're not so sure? What do you say, Sunday?
And it's up in the air.
Yes.
I'll be in touch. I'll call you. I'll let you know because also for me, it's
There's no food.
It's very hectic.
Why no food?
Kosher Pesach.
Getting down to
A lot of work to do before Pesach. It's Pesach. You keep Pesach.